The sheriff of Ontario County, New York, says he is still investigating the death of a driver at a race over the weekend involving Tony Stewart, but he has no plans to interview Stewart for a third time. Now, by now, you've seen the video of what happened. 20-year-old Kevin Ward stepped out of his car after he spun and then stepped onto the track. Stewart's car hit him the next time around.
No criminal charges have been placed against anyone, and there are no facts at this point that would support probable cause of any criminal behavior.
The owner of the track canceled an event scheduled for tomorrow night and may close this weekend as well. The tragedy at the dirt track is still the talk of the racing world tonight, and the Night Beat's David McAnally has a look at the safety changes that might result. Dave?
John, first, some of Tony Stewart's defenders say, look, the kind of visibility we have in our street cars here is a lot different than what they have in those dirt track cars. And also, a safety expert says it's time that some of the things that are tolerated on those tracks are no longer tolerated.
Death on the oval.
It's a tragedy, but the first thing that really came to mind was, why was he leaving his car?
Danny White's been on the emergency rig like the one that pulled over to help race driver Kevin Ward Jr., struck and killed by Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart just hit that guy, Alex!
He thinks the New York safety crew did what it could to reach Ward after the wreck.
But Danny White, who now directs Purdue Autosports, says it's time for racetracks and for the governing bodies to really start laying down the law to drivers.
Going on the racing surface without permission can also get you disqualified.
It's already a rule. It has to be better enforced, he says.
With a zero tolerance of this won't be tolerated to the point that you'll be suspended the rest of the season.
White says hours before the night tragedy, a NASCAR driver walked onto the track at a daylight race at Watkins Glen. And while it's hard to light tracks at night,
you've got a driver running out to confront another driver in a black helmet, in a black suit, in a black car, in a kind of a dim lit area.
The race safety expert says one solution, look at firefighters.
They have Scotch light.
So require reflective tape on nighttime races.
Everybody tries to make the fan happy.
Fans want drama, and White says walking onto the track may be a crowd pleaser and a ticket seller. Even Tony Stewart did it. But
it doesn't matter who likes what at this point. It matters that this has to stop.
White's known Stewart since number 14 was age 14. While police say all their options remain open, White says,
I don't think he did anything wrong from anything I've seen.
He says, look at the number 45 car, barely missed Ward.
If this was Dale Earnhardt Jr. or whatever, will we be having this conversation? I don't know.
Just because of his reputation?
Absolutely.
And White and others say another thing, the kind of visibility and the time that he would have had to react. For example, we can look all around, checking all of our range of view as we approach something, but the race car drivers, their head movement is restricted by the life-saving Hans device that basically fastens their helmet to their seats, leaving them little room to look around. David McAnally, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.